you are a marketing expert. You've been doing this for a number of years. And I have to get your take on a big marketing issue that's in the news today and this week. Now, for those of you guys watching and listening to this, we're recording this like the middle of April. So by the time this comes out, it's going to be a few weeks from now. So more events will have transpired. But Alyssa Heinerscheid, I had to bring this up on my phone, is the VP of marketing for Bud Light.
Okay.
And this week there is this huge news story because Bud Light, she is like a millennial age woman. She, hopefully you're following this story because it's.
I'm not. This is a new story to me, so I'm glad
So
to hear about it.
So I want to get your take on it. So she's a VP of marketing. She's a millennial age person. She came on board at Bud Light and said, "Hey, we need a rebranding. The brand's getting stale. We're losing market share. We need to do something different. We need to embrace new people." Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
They launched a campaign with a trans person, Dylan Mulvaney. He's got a very big following online. And
Okay.
it's not a discussion about trans. It's just she's got a big following. And the point is to show the diversity of Bud Light and to try and reach out to, all those audience, whatever. So they brought Dylan on as a spokesperson. And they made like a special line of like Bud Light cans with Dylan's picture on it, and she's been out there as a spokesperson talking about Bud Light, whatever. Anyway, huge backlash. Okay,
of course,
it's a very controversial issue, and some people are
very and so some people think it's great. Some people are saying it's woke. Without even reading about it, I can see what's
going on. We had like Kid Rock made a little mountain of Bud Light cans and was like had a viral video where he was shooting the Bud Light cans. So just to give you an idea of what's going on. Okay. Right. But here's the other thing. And so I'm going to get to my question for you about your take is as I'm speaking right now, Bud Light has lost $6 billion in market value since the campaign was announced. Just so
doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. We're not just talking about like a wokey or but whatever. But this is like dollars. You can imagine their institutional investors are beyond this house. Now, first of all, this is a woman who's like, she's trying to shake things up and trying to do something different. I'm sure she'll buy in from others in the executive team or whatever.
Yes.
I don't even know by the time this gets published, David, if she's even going to have a job because who knows, the way corporate America works.
Of course.
And I guess that's, so my question to you is not only what your take is on this as it applies to any marketing person or business owner who wants to do something a little different, or maybe even something a little controversial, and the risks involved. Like, what are your thoughts on a situation like that? Do you mind me asking you?
No, first of all, the first thing going through my mind is the marketing person is a woman, I think you said, right?
It is a woman, yes.
Okay, so she has generated a ton of interest in Bud Light.
She has.
A ton of interest in Bud Light.
She has.
And so for a lot of people, if you think of a couple weeks from now, a couple months from now, they're not going to remember the issue, but they might remember Bud Light, and they might decide to choose to buy some in a bar or in a supermarket or whatever, where they buy their beer. So that's interesting to me.
It is.
It's interesting to me that she didn't try to do a rebranding. She didn't try to do something incredibly radical. It's just a spokesperson.
Yes,
and so you can run a short-term campaign, a couple of weeks or even a couple of days, generate a ton of attention, and move on. So I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I think often, and this has been proven with Nike. When Nike has done some things that are controversial over the years, and people burn their Nikes and whatnot. A lot of that is not people who are current fans of Nike, but people who say, "Oh, Nike shouldn't be doing this kind of marketing. I'm going to protest it." Well, they're not a customer, and they're not losing anything. So I don't know the demographics of Bud Light, but I'm wondering in my mind, are the people who are complaining existing Bud Light drinkers or not?
Right.
Maybe there's a combination. So those are the things that are going through my mind. But I think I would applaud her for taking that chance, and also applaud the chief marketing officer and the CEO and everyone else who had to buy in as hey, it's generating attention.